Hello and welcome back to SourceFedNerd with your daily dose of table talk, where we don't talk about tables, but instead talk about your questions and topics that you recommended on Twitter using the hashtag tabletalk, or Facebook, or reddit.com/r/SourceFed. My name is Philip DeFranco.
I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm McTarney.
You know, we talk at a table, though. So that's where the table part
That's
comes
when
in.
you say that, it's like, hey, so then I was like, we're talking at the table.
I'm talking down to you, table.
Yeah,
It literally was.
We've got a little shit, but it's like whatever. It's like whatevs. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's like something.
YOLO. Roy is Black says, if drugs became legal today, what do you think gangs would start slinging instead? Porn?
Right, so that's the question.
Porn's legal.
But I mean, like, prostitution.
What? Okay, all right. I go prostitution.
Well, yeah. Anytime you
Right,
make something
right.
illegal, you
Right.
have you make a sub-market, right? So that right now it's drugs, prostitution as well.
That's already something they sling.
Yeah.
So like it'd have to
Human
be something
trafficking.
new. Human
So would
trafficking is
prostitution
something-
get bigger? Like, would it become more of a thing, you think?
I don't know.
Is there
I
a
would
way
say
for it to get bigger?
they'd probably. I want to. Well, so every drug is legal, like all the drugs.
Yeah, I guess so. All of them.
Well, someone just came out recently. I forget who it was. Was it Barney Frank? I think Barney Frank said we should also make heroin and cocaine completely legal as well. Because, you're saying that let's legalize marijuana, let's legalize it all so that you do actually deal a blow to cartels that are bringing drugs into the country. There's something to be said about it. I think heroin's made legal. I'm not like, well, it's time to do heroin.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, look, you're making a choice. Like,
Yeah.
you're making that choice to put that in your body. We're just taking the power away from the people who are making tons of money selling it to people.
Yeah. Well, what would be the retaliation, though, from the cartels from that? You think there would be a retaliation, like if all of a sudden they were like...
Oh, I
drugs
think
don't cost
lawmakers would come up without heads. I think that would totally
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
There would
Yeah.
be lots of people who do not have parts of their bodies.
Yeah, it's on the ground. Hold on.
God, Steve!
I wanted to get rid of it!
I need to see what Roy, who is apparently black,
It's so
actually
dirty.
said. What do you think gangs would start slinging instead? Okay, so it's not even a question of anything else. What would they start slinging instead?
I gotta say, women, prostitution.
Human trafficking?
Human trafficking
Just
is
going more
probably-
into that?
Yeah. Or like they come up with like a new drug, like in Cowboy Bebop, where you shoot it into your eye.
Oh,
Super heroin.
Wow.
We'll see, like-
Because heroin wasn't bad enough.
Yeah. Where do you go? That's the thing. There's already a threshold for drugs.
Bro,
Right.
bro, you ever had some heroin cut with jet fuel? Have you ever had some cocaine with donkey semen?
Dude,
Listen,
this is
the thing is,
Bro, you ain't had some super donkey
the thing
semen
is that you
heroin.
make that joke, but like the things that ecstasy gets cut with
Really?
are insane.
Dude, let me hook you up with some heroin and Nutella. Here we go. Ready?
I can't wait a second.
I think you made heroin sound appealing for the first time in the
with
history
Nutella.
of heroin.
Yeah.
Because usually, from what I understand, no one's ever like, hey, heroin sounds like a great idea. I think it's just, I don't know how you get into it.
Yeah, how do you get into it?
Well, I don't. I
You
had a
fall
friend,
on a needle, and you're like, that was filled with heroin?
Well, you must be
I
on
don't
rock
know.
bottom.
Yeah,
basically.
I had a friend in high school who passed away from a heroin overdose, and I don't know how she got into heroin at all. Like, I still have
You know what it is? It's probably like the dude who's the bad influence, or the girl who's the bad influence, who's like, I found some heroin. You
right.
gotta try
Like,
this
you're
out.
probably
Once
already.
again, found some heroin.
yeah.
Right, but you're probably already on like blow
Yeah,
or like meth
yeah.
or something else that someone's like, well, I need to give this a shot.
Or it's like some poor girl goes over to the freaking dude who's a drug dealer, and that guy is like super influential, and he's an asshole, and he's like, you gotta try this shit, girl.
Right, that's like where somebody else shoots you up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so you've seen the movies where the guy's like, come on, baby, and he's like,
Well, so
thing around her arm.
once I've ever heard with like human trafficking, they'll get the girls addicted to drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's how they'll hold them down. But yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy.
Main point: would you legalize all drugs?
No.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Look, I would legalize all drugs if we could have a purge. Like, if we could do the purge.
I say legalize marijuana just because I don't know about the other drugs.
Yeah.
I say decriminalize them
I say, well, okay, because like in
as
Amsterdam.
a start, because I have no idea.
Yeah, no, in Amsterdam there were before, I know some of the laws changed recently, but it was like weed was legal and shrooms were legal and some drugs were legal, but then the other drugs like cocaine and heroin had much harsher penalties because they were still illegal. So they drew a huge line. So I would say, personally, I would just legalize all of it. If you're going to fuck yourself and off yourself, then that's what you decided to do, and that's really unfortunate.
I guess
but
so, yeah.
I feel like it takes, if you legalize weed, like you're taking away part of the cartel power, but I think that you're still giving them power power and them bringing in coke and other things like that.
Would you? So
Plus, the
what
prison systems aren't going to be happy because they're going to be like, why can't we just arrest and hold people?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, what if you just made it so that the people selling it is illegal, selling it and distributing it is illegal, but like having it on you is not illegal?
That's interesting. There's something like that that's also, it's like illegal to sell it here, but Everclear is illegal to sell in California. I have a bottle in my house.
What the fuck is that?
It's illegal. So it's an alcohol. It's like the most potent alcohol.
You've never
you
heard
can
of Everclear?
get.
No. It sounds like a shitty 90s grunge band.
It's literally like, actually there is a band
we're
called
gonna go
Everclear.
listen to
There is a band called Everclear. Aren't they the one that sang that "My Daddy Was Never Around" song? Wasn't that Everclear?
I don't know. There is
somebody. That's gonna be an editor note for sure. But it's like a grain alcohol, and it's super potent. It's like when every story I have from college, it's like, and I don't know, starts with Everclear.
And that's why Steven's blind.
Exactly. It even says on the bottle, it's like, do not drink this by itself. You must mix this with something. It will kill
they
you.
said by yourself. It's like too dangerous. Have friends.
Have adult supervision.
No, but it's illegal to sell in California. Like the real stuff, they have like a baby version of it you can sell here, but it's not illegal to have it.
Baby
okay,
Everclear.
so I've heard about absinthe, but I never heard about
absinthe has like wormwood in it, which makes you hallucinate. This doesn't have that. That's illegal.
I've had absinthe before, but I didn't really have the.
There's like real absinthe.
See,
and,
that's
like,
the thing.
not real
There must
absinthe.
be, because people probably wanted to get on board with the whole absinthe thing and maybe not real absinthe.
The green fairy.
People were really excited.
Yeah.
People were excited about it.
All
All right, Gzilla57 says, if you could have one statistic displayed above everyone's head, what would it be? And only you can see it. For example, number of people they've slept with, hours since last orgasm, or years left to live.
So, ooh.
This is a really good one.
So I mean, if you're single, then you might be interested in the people they've slept with.
I would go a step
Hours since
further.
orgasm is very specific and odd.
Well, if you could
That's
I'm single,
I like where
so
your mind's at.
I feel like instead of number of people I slept with, number of STDs they have. Like, it's just like a floating
Oh,
number.
that's pretty cool.
That's great.
Well, okay, but what about for the person who's married and isn't interested in the single thing? I'm thinking, ready for this?
Percentage of chance she'll sleep with you.
No, how about this? Percentage of, or not even percentage, are they able to take a joke? Are they funny? Do they have a good sense of humor?
Well, that's
'Cause I don't want to go
There's
around.
no yes,
That's
no to that, though.
subjective,
That's
yeah,
very
that's
subjective.
But if it's something where it's like, because, I don't know, we have this very tight-knit group, especially in the writer's room, there's many things that are said in that room that, like, most people would be like, oh my god.
So it could be a percentage match to, like, sense of humor.
There you go, yeah.
Right?
Percentage
That's
of
a weird
sense
one.
of humor. Yeah,
Yeah, that even feels weird for me to say.
Yeah.
If it's not like someone else's was like.
Yeah, if there was a way to make the sense of humor thing work. That's
I like
what I want
I like
display.
years left to live. That's really.
Terrifying.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know how many years
Well,
Steve
you
has
get
to
to the
live.
point where you
because
go.
all the other shit is about the now and the past.
yeah.
That's the future, son.
Yeah, but if you
There's
get
money
okay,
to know in the future.
So wait. So you
Why am I
just
always about money?
So-
wait. You'd walk around at a mall and you'd see a number above everyone's heads, and you'd just go
Yeah.
up to someone and go like, "Live your life, bro." Because you seriously like.
You got 6
in
days.
fact, seriously, like, you have anything planned tomorrow? Because like, you should probably just cancel it.
Ooh, potential threat meter.
Oh.
Like
one.
like they've been showing in the trailers for Watchdog. It's like percentage of possible threat. Like a crime might happen, and then like you see the percentage, and then because then it's also once again
There you go.
premonition.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
you know,
true.
What about percentage of like how much they lie, like how much of a liar they are?
That's a good one.
So if someone was telling a lie, I think I'd like something.
So
Like a
to go
meter to
off.
show
Like to
up.
like, bing.
But I mean, like, I'd say, let's say that there's someone that comes up and it's like 50% of the time they're lying to you.
See,
yeah,
that's
but
just-
this
once
is like
again, that's a weird
labyrinth. You need
statistic.
That's true,
to
that's
choose,
true.
You don't know
50% of the time, it works 100%.
Or how about like
of the
genuine,
time.
like genuine, like if someone's genuine.
God,
would you
all
be able
y'all
to get
are
a
like,
percentage?
I wonder if they're telling me the truth. I'm like, all right, number of STDs they have, percentage of chance this girl's gonna make out with
Well,
me.
because
like,
I don't care about this stuff. I'm married, so it's not like
Some
I'm
of
gonna
us
go.
don't have anyone to love
Well,
us,
it's like-
Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Steve on that. Like, that part's not interesting to me.
Yeah, I want to know if someone's like legit or not. I want to know if they're like the real
Are you
deal.
too legit
Yeah.
to quit?
To
Possibly
quit.
to quit.
Hey, hey.
That's actually a question. I'd love to know, those of you watching, what
Yeah,
would you
what
like?
would you want to see?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe,
sure someone
like-
would have a way better one than the
I
ones we were
know.
fumbling
There's gotta
around.
be some good ones.
We're going to see. We're going to see, and then we're going to talk about it. We have GN Vito who says, if you had to seek asylum in another country, which one would you choose and why? Asylum from the government?
Yeah, one
Yeah,
who doesn't
from
have
what are you
extradition
running from?
laws. I don't happen to know which all those are in the top of my head. I know.
Well, maybe it's like seek asylum from like let's say our government went nutballs, and we're like, we got to get the fuck out of
So
here.
you're just going somewhere, they're not coming to get you?
So because
Yeah, I
now we're
would
talking
say.
about, because I don't know what countries have like weird whatever extradition blah blah blah
Right.
blah blah. Because right now they're talking about Snowden. This is gonna be weird
Right,
because it's a
this is-
day old because we filmed these 18 hours before they go up.
What?
But right now over the weekend, Snowden, they're saying like he might be in Russia. Also, worst fucking reporting ever. No one knows where this guy is. It's
nobody
literally
knows.
like it's like the real world. Like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yes, it
No
is.
one fucking knows. Like the Eiffel Tower is not disappearing. That's the only difference. But as far as asylum, just somewhere warm. I want to go beach weather. I was talking to Lindsay about this. I don't know if I could live in many places because LA, California in general has pussified me to other real weather. Like it was like 85 and I was like, fuck. And I was like, anywhere else, people would be like, shut up.
Oh, well, you're a Goodfellas. At the end, where he's like, just as long as it's warm. I'm bronchial. If he's legitimately bronchial, we won't take him anywhere. It's close to my favorite movie.
How about a place where there's free healthcare in it, like, you know? Like,
Free healthcare.
I know,
Let's
right?
be warm. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to be warm, not live longer.
I would pick Japan. I think
Japan?
just because I feel like there's so many different places to go in Japan that you could I would be excited forever. But they will turn you right over to the government.
I
So
wanna
if
go to
I'm
New
running from
Zealand.
the government, I don't know, maybe Ecuador.
Well, yeah.
Zealand.
I'm trying to
New
think.
Zealand, I think, will turn you over to the U.S.
You really think
too.
so?
They all have treaties. Like there's very few places. A lot of South America won't turn you over to the government. That's all I know.
You could go to Syria. I think that's pretty lovely.
Yeah,
this
but
time
would
of
you be
year.
able to like live well in Syria?
No.
Steve, what is happening in Syria
How
right now?
dare you? Don't do this to me. Terrible, terrible things. Listen,
I'm just gonna be behind Phil's head going.
listen.
Don't go
My
to
finger.
Syria!
My finger is not on the pulse of anything that happens outside of video games.
Ever
and
since
movies.
we switched you to nerd, you're like, the world's what?
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Who
I
knows?
hear the SourceFed guys writing and reading their stories to each other, but do I listen?
No.
No.
You want to do one last one?
Yeah, go in there, Phil, too.
I already did it.
All right, ready? This one's a tiny one.
My force field has worked.
First of all, I want everyone to see how much paper was wasted on this one little tiny comment here.
Well, it
Okay,
doesn't
let's
print
do
per piece.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord, do not
Ready?
hit me.
Oh, perfect. Now it's a
Almost
fortune
hit you.
cookie.
What if I were like, Dad, no? What if it were like a weird...
I'd probably be oddly aroused by
So,
it.
this fortune from my fortune cookies from Escan Veter says,
What the hell just came out of your face?
What was that sound?
That is apparently that's a Meg Turney.
That's a,
inside laugh.
guttural laugh.
Like she just got ruined inside.
We've never gotten
And
that
it's-
one out of her.
That's like if I don't have time to save myself before it happens, that sound comes out.
I see some tears welling up too.
No.
So go
I
for
feel like
this
I
one.
missed that entire moment because I was so stricken by the long piece of paper. All right, I'm a simple man. Let's learn that today. Okay, so Eskin Veter says, as a kid, who is your idol?
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah?
Sly.
Oh my God! I thought we were gonna get married, me and Sly Stallone. I had a big crush on him when I was a little girl.
He's gonna marry a child.
Don't crush my baby dreams.
But also, I'm terrified to meet the man because out here, like, there is actually a possibility that you can meet people that you
Yeah.
idolize, and 80% of the time I hear the story is, and it was a letdown, or
I know.
and they were an asshole.
It is.
Except unless it involves like someone like Matt Damon, who's like all about his fans.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I legitimately would jump on you if you did that all day. I'd be like, it's fine. It's the same thing.
Just close your eyes.
He's like the Italian superhero.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's great.
Yeah, him and Michael Jackson. And
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and I could never decide if Michael Jackson was a girl or a guy, but we were gonna get married.
We still don't know.
Yeah, we still don't know. He had a like the Jerry curl that was long. So in my childhood.
By the way, I
that's
want
what-
to thank you guys for randomly playing that video clip. I had never seen the Moonwalker movie.
Oh, yeah!
I'd only played the video game, and that was weird.
Yeah.
Like now thinking like I was playing the Sega Genesis, and I was saving children as Michael Jackson, and no one thought that was weird.
Not then.
Anyway, so I never saw the movie, and then
Yeah.
that was amazing.
We
Well,
played the movie.
Yeah.
We played
we
part
showed
of
the
the
clip,
movie.
yeah, where he turns into a jet,
and
a robot.
And what's his face is in it?
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci,
Yeah.
and he's got the needle.
Yeah.
He's like evil.
That movie also has one of the weirdest, like, because you remember the Smooth Criminal part?
Yeah,
so
it's
we
the
didn't
best
watch
part.
the whole thing.
Okay.
The
show
Smooth
filled the
Criminal
whole
part
thing.
is the best
Okay,
part.
but there's a part in Smooth Criminal, I don't know if you remember this, but it's literally like 5 straight minutes of people just gyrating and making sex
and it's
sounds.
weird, and they're like, "Woo!" There's no music. It's just people
terrifying.
Going like, "Ah!"
No sounds
Yeah.
other than just. "Ah!"
Yeah, it's like weird moans.
Oh!
Yeah, I totally remember
It's
that.
terrifying.
I watched Moonwalker. My mom tells the story. I watched Moonwalker on VHS. I'd start it and then we rewind it and I'd start again, and that'd be my whole
Yeah, same
day.
here. We it's so funny because I watched it over and over and over again. We gotta show it
love
to you.
that,
Okay,
yeah.
really quick, my idol, Weird Al, when I was a kid.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
I love
Totally idolized Weird Al.
Also,
Why does this always happen to? No, never
Oh
mind.
yeah. Oh, why does this always happen to me? Yeah. Why does this
Sorry,
always
it wasn't one of his
happen?
known ones.
Why
I wanted to
does
see if you
Dude,
knew this.
no, I'm telling you, all
Alright.
of his.
I was testing Steve,
No,
and it worked.
well, all of his non-parody songs are like really good.
They're really good, but
Albuquerque.
they never get any love.
Albuquerque
don't.
is his best non-parody song.
Okay,
I
well,
love.
no, Hardware Store is really good. Although Midnight Star is also really good.
Good one.
Yeah.
Also,
Dare to Be
he
Stupid?
Had, he had a show right after Pauly Shore's show, and I really liked
Al
Pauly Shore
TV?
as a kid.
You're
Yes.
talking about Al TV?
It was after Pauly Shore's, like, he had an MTV show as
Yo,
well.
it's the Weasel.
I
What is
loved
this fucking
him. Yeah, he's
Pauly
the
Shore
Weasel.
is the Weasel.
I look
Weasel.
back at like TV and cartoons, and I'm like, how the fuck did half of that get on?
Yeah,
here?
exactly.
How? Anyway.
Yeah.
That's how I'm
Thank
gonna end
you.
it.
Yes.
My last Michael Jackson memory is Alien Ant Farm made him cool again to me. Do you remember that?
Michael Jackson was always cool, man.
Come on.
Always.
Anyway,
But I do remember the Smooth Criminal song.
bring us out, Steve.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this very strange table talk. Maybe it wasn't strange.
It wasn't
Maybe it
strange.
just seemed strange to us.
Strange.
I mean, the best part of the whole thing was her laugh.
From S-Can. Yeah, it really was. It's something we've never heard from her. You learned something new from Meg
I'm
Turkey
not
every day.
kidding. There's twice I've filmed vlogs for my personal channel that I've laughed like that at a joke. That I
You're
made
like, nope.
myself laugh at that, and I have to be like, gotta shoot it again. Nobody wants
Well,
to
there it
hear
is.
that.
It's out in the world now. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you want to submit some topics for the Big Blue Bowl, you can do so on Twitter with the hashtag Table Talk, or you can go to Reddit r/SourceFed and do it there. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Philip Franco.
I'm Meg Turney.
Good times, guys.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Percentage of soulmate-ness. Like,
Yeah.
above their head if they're my soulmate.
Oh,
Just some weird random
It'd just be,
bullshit
it'd be a
number.
sea of zeros, and then there'd be one
Okay,
100%.
But seriously,
Yeah,
what's
'cause
going
that's the way
on?
it works.
It is.
That's the way it works.
Don't rate. You are pissing
There's
all
no
over
such
my
thing.
parade
There's
today.
no such thing as a soulmate.
Guys, let's talk about something really important really quick. What is happening in Syria?